You know the feeling all too well. You finally drift off to sleep, only to find yourself wide awake at 2:30 in the morning, staring at the ceiling and wondering why your body simply refuses to stay in rest mode. For countless seniors, this is the most maddening part of nighttime. The problem isn't always falling asleep, it's staying asleep. And while we typically blame stress, changing hormones, or simply getting older, there's one overlooked factor that could be sitting right there on your nightstand. We've been told for decades that water is the absolute best thing to drink for our health, and it certainly is for many purposes. But what if I told you that drinking plain water right before bed could actually be making your sleep lighter, your nights more broken, and your mornings more exhausting? This doesn't mean you should stop staying hydrated, far from it. It means understanding that at night, your body needs much more than simple hydration. It needs real nourishment for your nervous system, proper fuel for your sleep chemistry, and genuine support for your hormones. The truth is, your brain and body perform their most critical work while you sleep. They repair damaged muscles, consolidate important memories, restore depleted energy, and completely reset your immune system. These vital processes require very specific nutrients that plain water simply cannot provide. In fact, cutting-edge research shows that what you drink in the hour before sleep can directly affect how quickly you fall into deep sleep and how well you actually stay there. If you find yourself waking often during the night, it's not just because your mind is restless. It's because your body hasn't been given the proper tools to stay locked in rest mode. Tonight I'm going to share with you a simple drink that can replace your plain glass of water and instead actively signal your body to relax completely, quiet your racing mind, and stay asleep much longer. This isn't some pharmaceutical sleep aid, it's not sugary hot chocolate, and it's not some trendy expensive powder. It's a simple, science-backed combination of completely natural ingredients that work directly with your biology to restore the kind of deep, uninterrupted sleep you remember enjoying years ago. Picture this for a moment. You take a few warm, comforting sips before bed, feeling that gentle warmth spread slowly through your chest. Your tense muscles begin to loosen naturally. Your heart rate steadies and slows. Your busy mind gradually quiets. And instead of waking up in those early morning hours with a racing mind or an urgent need for the bathroom, you find yourself opening your eyes at sunrise, realizing you've just experienced your first full night of truly restorative sleep in months, maybe even years. That's the remarkable difference a properly targeted nighttime drink can make in your life. We'll get to the exact recipe in just a moment, but first you need to understand why this sleep problem becomes so incredibly common after 60, and why the solution needs to be as much about supporting your body's chemistry as it is about providing comfort. Sleep naturally changes as we age, and unfortunately not always for the better. By the time you reach your 60s, your body produces significantly less melatonin, which is the crucial hormone that signals to your entire system that it's time to sleep. The natural peaks of this hormone at night become much lower and shorter, which means you might still fall asleep fairly easily, but your body simply cannot maintain that sleep lock for as many hours as it once did. On top of that challenge, your circadian rhythm, your body's internal master clock, often shifts earlier as you age. This makes you feel sleepy much sooner in the evening, but it also causes you to wake up in those frustrating pre-dawn hours when you should still be sleeping soundly. Hormones play a much bigger role in this than most people realize. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, should naturally be very low at night and then rise gradually toward morning. But in many seniors, cortisol levels remain stubbornly elevated well into the night due to ongoing stress, hidden inflammation, or poor blood sugar control. This elevated cortisol can literally jolt you awake at 2 or 3 in the morning, leaving you feeling completely alert when you should be deep in slow-wave sleep. Then there's what I call the bladder factor, which is a frequent culprit that many people don't want to talk about. As we age, bladder capacity often decreases, and the urge to urinate can come much more easily, even when the bladder isn't actually full. Drinking large amounts of plain water right before bed almost guarantees more nighttime bathroom trips, which completely breaks up your natural sleep cycles. Your digestive system changes with age too. The stomach empties much more slowly than it used to, and certain drinks, especially those with caffeine, carbonation, or high sugar content, can cause significant discomfort that seriously disturbs your sleep. Even seemingly healthy herbal teas can sometimes act as diuretics, making those bladder wake-ups much more likely. Another hidden influence is your nervous system itself. With age, the delicate balance between your fight-or-flight sympathetic system and your rest and digest parasympathetic system often shifts toward the former, especially if you're dealing with chronic stress or ongoing pain. This shift makes it much harder to fully relax into deep sleep and much easier to wake up from it once you're there. Finally, there's the issue of inflammation. Low-grade chronic inflammation, which is common with conditions like arthritis, cardiovascular disease, and other age-related health issues, can subtly but significantly disrupt your sleep by increasing nighttime pain signals and interfering with what scientists call your sleep architecture. All of this information paints a very clear picture. Seniors aren't just losing sleep because they can't switch off their busy minds. They're losing precious sleep because their body's internal chemistry, hormone patterns, and nighttime comfort signals have fundamentally shifted over the years. The encouraging news is that the right nighttime drink can actually address many of these issues simultaneously, calming your nervous system, supporting healthy melatonin production, reducing nighttime inflammation, and minimizing bladder irritation. This is exactly why the solution isn't as simple as just drinking less water at night. The real answer is replacing that plain water with a warm, nutrient-rich beverage that actively supports deep, uninterrupted sleep. Let me tell you about the specific drink that can transform your nights from restless and broken to genuinely restorative. This isn't just another sleep remedy or a trending fad recipe. It's built on solid scientific evidence, human physiology, and centuries of natural medicine tradition, all specifically tailored for the unique needs of seniors who value both comfort and real results. The foundation of this powerful drink is a warm, magnesium-rich herbal infusion. Magnesium is an essential mineral that your body uses for literally hundreds of biochemical reactions, including muscle relaxation, nerve calming, and the natural production of melatonin. In the evening hours, magnesium sends clear signals to your muscles to release their tension and tells your nervous system to shift into a genuinely restful state. While you certainly can take magnesium as a supplement, I prefer incorporating it into a warm drink because the heat itself provides an additional calming effect that works beautifully with the mineral. To this magnesium base, we add high-quality chamomile tea, which is a gentle, time-tested herb that contains a natural compound called apigenin. This compound actually binds to specific receptors in your brain to quiet overactive, racing thoughts. Chamomile doesn't sedate you the way a sleeping pill would. Instead, it gently lowers the volume on that mental chatter so your brain can naturally slip into the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. The third key ingredient is just a small splash of tart cherry juice. Tart cherries happen to be one of the very few natural food sources of bioavailable melatonin. Adding them to your nighttime drink increases your body's melatonin availability right when it needs it most, which is about 30 to 45 minutes before you actually want to fall asleep. This supports not just falling asleep initially, but also staying asleep consistently throughout the entire night. Finally, for those who enjoy a richer, more satisfying bedtime drink, you can use warm plant-based milk, such as almond milk or oat milk, instead of plain water for your chamomile infusion. Plant-based milks naturally contain small but meaningful amounts of tryptophan, which is the amino acid your body converts into both serotonin and melatonin. This creates a gentle but powerful cascade effect, combining warmth, deep relaxation, a natural melatonin boost, and nervous system calm all in one comforting cup. The real magic here lies in the synergy between these carefully chosen ingredients. Each component addresses a completely different piece of the complex sleep puzzle. Magnesium works on your muscles, chamomile calms your mind, tart cherry provides that crucial melatonin boost, and plant-based milk supplies the hormonal building blocks your body needs for quality sleep. Together, they create a layered effect that goes far beyond simple hydration. This is functional nourishment specifically designed for truly restorative rest. The way you prepare this drink is just as important as the ingredients themselves, because proper timing and creating a calming ritual can significantly amplify the beneficial effects. Here's exactly how I recommend making this powerful sleep drink part of your evening routine. First, choose your liquid base. Decide whether you prefer a lighter drink using a chamomile infusion in water, or a richer, more satisfying version using chamomile infusion in warm plant-based milk. Either choice works beautifully. Start by heating 8 to 10 ounces of your chosen liquid until it's quite hot but not actually boiling. You want the temperature to be around 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. If the liquid is too hot, you risk destroying some of the delicate beneficial compounds in both the chamomile and the tart cherry juice. Next, infuse the chamomile properly. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons of loose chamomile flowers, or 1 high-quality chamomile tea bag, to your hot liquid. Let it steep for at least 5 to 7 minutes to ensure maximum extraction of that important apigenin compound. If you're using loose chamomile flowers, make sure to strain them out before the next step. Now it's time to add the magnesium. If you're using a powdered magnesium supplement, magnesium glycinate works exceptionally well for this purpose. Stir it into the warm liquid now, while it's still quite warm. It will dissolve much more easily in the warm liquid, and the heat actually enhances the absorption while starting the calming process even before you finish drinking your cup. Once your chamomile infusion has cooled slightly to a comfortable sipping temperature, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of pure tart cherry juice. You really don't need very much at all. This isn't about creating a fruity bedtime drink, but rather about delivering a concentrated melatonin boost without adding excess sugar that might interfere with your sleep. For additional anti-inflammatory benefits, you can sprinkle in just a small pinch of turmeric and a light dash of cinnamon. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, helps quiet inflammation throughout your body, while cinnamon supports healthy blood sugar stability. Both of these effects can significantly improve the quality of your nighttime rest. The most important part is to sip this drink slowly and very mindfully. The actual act of drinking this should feel like an integral part of your wind-down process. Take slow, deliberate sips, really feeling that soothing warmth move through your chest and settle into your belly. This isn't just a beverage you're consuming. It's a clear physiological signal to your entire nervous system that the busy day is officially ending and it's time to prepare for rest. Timing is absolutely crucial for maximum effectiveness. Drink this special blend 30 to 45 minutes before you actually want to be asleep. This timing window aligns perfectly with the natural rise of melatonin in your body and provides enough time for all the calming compounds to enter your bloodstream and begin working before your head actually hits the pillow. While you're sipping your drink, take the opportunity to dim all the lights around you and reduce any unnecessary noise. Completely avoid looking at screens during this time, because the blue light will directly counteract your body's natural melatonin production. Some gentle stretching or simple breathing exercises during or right after finishing your drink can significantly deepen the overall calming effect. When you do this consistently, night after night, this drink becomes much more than just a recipe you follow. It transforms into a powerful nightly ritual that your body learns to associate with deep, genuinely restorative sleep. Over time, you may find yourself not only falling asleep much more quickly, but also staying in those crucial deep sleep stages for longer periods, and waking up feeling truly refreshed, steady, and completely ready for whatever your day might bring. Even the most effective bedtime drink works best when it's supported by a sleep-friendly environment and a genuinely calming pre-bedtime routine. Think of it like planting seeds in fertile, well-prepared soil. The drink provides all the essential nutrients, but the right habits and environment give those nutrients the absolute best chance to work their magic. Start by taking a careful look at your bedroom environment. Room temperature is actually one of the biggest influences on sleep quality that most people completely overlook. A cool room, ideally around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, helps signal to your brain that it's nighttime and actively encourages natural melatonin production. If your bedroom tends to feel stuffy or warm, use a quiet fan or crack open a window slightly to improve air circulation. Soft, breathable bedding and a properly supportive pillow can also dramatically reduce nighttime discomfort and minimize tossing and turning. Light exposure is another critical factor to consider carefully. Our bodies are literally hardwired to respond to light cues, and even surprisingly small amounts of artificial light at night can seriously interfere with healthy melatonin release. About an hour before you plan to drink your special sleep blend, start dimming the lights throughout your home. If possible, switch to warm amber-toned bulbs during this wind-down period. Completely avoid exposure to blue light from phones, tablets, televisions, or computer screens during this crucial time. If you absolutely must use electronic devices, make sure to enable night mode or wear blue light blocking glasses. Consider pairing your nighttime drink routine with some gentle, relaxing movement. A short, easy stretching session that focuses on your legs, hips, and lower back can release accumulated tension and improve circulation throughout your body. This gentle movement primes your muscles to relax completely and makes it much easier for your nervous system to shift from active daytime mode to restful nighttime mode. Simple movements like seated forward bends, gentle calf stretches, or lying spinal twists can make a surprisingly big difference in how quickly you fall asleep and how deeply you rest. Breathing exercises provide another powerful tool to enhance your bedtime routine. Slow, intentional deep breathing, for example inhaling slowly for 4 seconds, holding that breath for 4 seconds, then exhaling completely for 6 seconds, sends clear signals to your vagus nerve to activate your parasympathetic rest and digest system. This simple practice naturally slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and creates a wave of deep calm that works beautifully with the effects of your specially prepared drink. For many people, incorporating gentle mindset rituals helps lock in the clear signal that it's truly time for rest and recovery. This might include writing a few lines in a gratitude journal, reading just a few pages of a calming book, or listening to soft instrumental music that you find soothing. The key idea is to create a mental bridge from the business and activity of your day to the stillness and peace of night. When you combine all these supportive rituals with your functional nighttime drink, you're essentially stacking multiple sleep-promoting factors on top of one another. Over time, your body and mind begin to associate this entire sequence, the dimmed lights, the gentle stretching, the warm comforting drink, the deep breathing, with deep, uninterrupted rest. It becomes a learned response that makes it progressively easier to both fall asleep and stay asleep, even during particularly stressful periods of your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering that you've slept through the entire night without interruption. No tossing and turning, no staring at the ceiling for hours, no endless trips to the bathroom. You get out of bed feeling steady and strong on your feet, with a clear and focused mind. Your legs feel solid and stable, your energy is consistent and reliable, and you feel genuinely ready and excited for the day ahead. That's the incredible gift of deep, truly restorative sleep, and it's a gift you can start giving yourself beginning tonight. Far too many people over 60 simply accept interrupted, poor quality sleep as an unavoidable part of getting older. But extensive research and the real-life experience of thousands of seniors tells us that this acceptance is completely unnecessary. Your body absolutely still has the natural ability to sleep deeply and wake up feeling genuinely refreshed. You simply need to provide it with the right signals, create the right environment, and supply the right nutrients at the right time. This simple but powerful drink, combining magnesium-rich herbal infusion, calming chamomile, melatonin-boosting tart cherry, and optional plant-based milk, is so much more than just another bedtime beverage. It's a nightly message of safety and comfort to your entire body and mind. You are safe, it's time to rest, you can completely let go now. When you combine this special drink with the right supportive rituals and environment, you create the ideal conditions for your body's natural repair systems to work at their absolute fullest potential. So here's my personal challenge to you. Commit to this practice for just 1 full week. For 7 consecutive nights, replace your usual plain glass of water with this functional, nourishing bedtime drink. Follow it with a few minutes of gentle stretching, make sure your lights are dimmed, and practice some slow, deep breathing. Pay close attention to how you feel each morning. Notice whether you wake up less frequently during the night. Notice if you fall back asleep faster when you do wake up. Notice if you greet each new day with more genuine energy and enthusiasm. Quality sleep is absolutely not a luxury that only some people get to enjoy. It is a fundamental pillar of good health that is every bit as essential as proper nutrition and regular movement. For seniors especially, good sleep is often the difference between living cautiously and fearfully versus living fully and confidently. It protects your heart, keeps your mind sharp and clear, strengthens your immune system, and maintains the resilience of your muscles and bones. You have the power to reclaim your nights starting right now. You have all the tools you need to restore truly restorative rest. And it can all begin tonight with a warm, comforting cup in your hands, a calm and peaceful mind, and the quiet promise of a deep, unbroken night of healing sleep.